Hello again and welcome to the Game 2 of the second week of the Portland Waterfall League. Today we have an exciting matchup featuring two of the league's top 10 players. As always, I'm your host, Joe Adams, accompanied by John Smith.
Thanks, Joe. Representing the Bethany Herons' first overall pick, Matthew Conrad. For the Hillsborough Highlanders' 9th-ranked player, Tanner Jenkins. He's certainly a player to watch.
Repping the Rose City Wreckers is Nicholas Pickle Halford, and for the rival Cedar Mill Shockwave, 7th-ranked player, Johnny Collier.
Showing for the Loa Gladiators is Riley Graham, and finally for the Beaverton Ballers is Spencer Dominguez. It's sure to be a great game, and with the introductions out of the way, let's begin match 1.
For this first match, it looks like obviously people are going to be looking at the top 10 ranked players as the two favorites of this match.
Most definitely.
That will be Tanner Jenkins in the green for the Hillsborough Highlanders and Johnny Collier in what looks to be a black shirt with a hat and work boots.
Now, I'm not sure who our cameraman was this week, but it looked like he did a pretty terrible job.
Yeah,
to say.
The camera that we're looking at right now is normally the replay cam, but the camera that we were using for the primary just ran out of storage before we really knew what was going on. So we will be using this camera until the storage problem gets fixed.
Looks like we had a little mix-up on the order.
That's right. And the scorekeeper is going through the order again. It looks like it's going to be a redo. That's right. So here is the real deal for match 1. Everyone's playing a little conservatively here as they're just trying to wait for another person to make a mistake. Except for Tanner Jenkins doing a pretty nice hit there.
This next hit will be Matthew Conrad, who should be in a white shirt as he is representing the Bethany Herons.
Great save there from, I think that's Spencer Dominguez for the Ballers. And it looks like Nicholas Halford of the Rose City Wreckers is the first elimination of this game, scoring 0 points for match 1. Some viewers may notice that we have a change in referee for this game. Wreckers player Henry Waddell is subbing in for our normal ref, which would be Jack Fairhurst.
Also to note in this game, Johnny Collier, pictured in the black shirt with the blue jeans, should have a blue shirt on, representing the Cedar Mill Shockwave.
That's right. So it looks like we have two miscolored players in this game. What we just missed right there was the king of this match, Matthew Conrad of the Bethany Herons, getting eliminated second, scoring 1 point for match 1.
And there we have a serve 1. And out is Spencer Dominguez for the Beaverton Ballers.
That leaves our final 3 being both of the top 10 players and Riley Graham of the Loa Gladiators. Already starting to be a lot more exciting than the previous rounds of this match. Of course, that's a given.
Good hit, but not enough for a save.
That's right. Riley Graham comes in third, scoring 3 points, and just as we expected, Johnny Collier and Tanner Jenkins, the 7th and 9th ranked players in the league currently, are in the championship round.
And just like that, our first match is over of the game.
It's already over, which is our next advertisement will be Joe Built Transport Services. They're the leading company in the nation for transporting goods such as food to your own home. All those eggs you buy at the supermarket probably came to you by Joe Built Transport Services.
Yeah.
Looks like we'll be getting match 2 with Tanner Jenkins, who just won match 1, starting as the king. And we have our serve, and the ball is live.
See if our first overall pick came to play today. that we're just going conservative all across the board. High ball right there.
Johnny Collier puts a little spin on it. Tanner Jenkins. Oh, that looked like a pretty deep hit right there. Pretty lucky for Matthew Conrad that one hit the ball, hit the table.
Just some standard play so far, nothing spectacular.
Matthew Conrad rushing over to get his ball, and he gets it. It's back onto the table. Johnny Collier tries to rifle it across, but it looks like the ball wasn't in great positioning for him. Matthew Conrad rushing once again, and it looks like the ball did not make it back to the table, which means after a 5th place finish, he's the first eliminated in match 2. Scorekeeper comes out to reinforce the order, and we'll begin our second round of match 2.
Tanner Jenkins to serve, Spencer Dominguez after Nicholas Halford. Riley Graham last to Johnny Collier. Back to the top now. And Spencer Dominguez is out. 5th this round.
Not too great of a showing for the Beaverton Ballers thus far.
No, not at all. 4 and a 5. But not any better for the Bethany Herons, who went 5 and 6, which is even worse.
That's certainly correct. Which means now we have another top 4 here, including Tanner Jenkins, Nicholas Halford, who got out last in last round, Johnny Collier, and Riley Graham.
Not enough to get Johnny out right there.
I've tried to catch him off guard, and it looks like Nicholas tried to hit a corner shot there, but he wasn't able to successfully hit it onto the table, and he's out. Now, what do you think he should have done on that hit, John?
Probably hit it onto the table. That's what I would have done.
You think that if he would have hit onto the table, then would have been a little more successful?
Yeah, maybe hit onto the corner of the table, make a hit, and then redirect away from the other player. That would have given him the best chance to get another player out.
And we had a great hit there from Tanner Jenkins, eliminating Riley Graham, hitting to his opposite side. And now we have a rematch here of match 1's championship round.
And it's just over like that. Again, we have a Tanner Jenkins win with a Johnny Collier 2nd place.
At the conclusion of match 1, 9th-ranked player Tanner Jenkins takes the lead, scoring 10 points off of 2 match victories.
Close behind is 7th-ranked player Johnny Collier of the Shockwaves, scoring 8 as he comes 2nd in both matches. The 2nd-ranked player in this game takes an early lead.
Taking the current bronze is the Glad's Riley Graham, scoring 6 points off of 2 third places. The top 3 of matches 1 and 2 were completely identical.
That leaves the current bottom 3. Spencer Jenkins of the Hillsborough Highlanders is in 1st, while some bums like Spencer Dominguez of the Beaverton Ballers sits in 4th with 3 points. The Wreckers' Nicholas Halford is in 5th with just 2, and Matthew Conrad of the Bethany Herons is in last with 1 point.
Now, it looks like we have an early shift here where the top 3 players are very separated from the bottom 3 players. Let's see the replay here. Nicholas Halford doing the serve, and well, it looks like somebody got out. That'd be Matthew Conrad of the Bethany Herons.
Is out.
And after
not a great showing from him so far. 5-6-6. That's 1 point.
That's 1 point across 3 matches. Certainly not a great showing thus far.
And who is that just got out?
It looks like that was another serve on Johnny Collier.
All right. Ooh, what a hit.
Good corner shot there from Tanner Jenkins.
Back to our top right here. Rifling across the table. Rifling right back. Putting some spin right there is Spencer Dominguez. And Nicholas Halford with a fault right there. Hitting it. Looks like he hit his hand with the ball.
That's a 5th place finish for Nicholas Halford. Not his best performance so far, I would say.
Not at all. Down at the bottom with Matthew Conrad there. All right, let's go in this next game. Riley Graham with a great save right there. Spencer Dominguez. Let's see what Tanner Jenkins right there. Just some standard play right now. And what did we miss right there? See this instant replay camera. A spike, but it looks like it did not work out as Johnny is grabbing his head.
Yeah, those spikes seem like they'd be a lot easier to hit, but those really only have like a 50% success rate, and a lot of players kind of get themselves out on those high hits.
Yeah, they just want to go for the spike because they want the cool play, but it just doesn't work out for them.
That means Spencer Dominguez is the first player to join Riley Graham and Tanner Jenkins here in the top 3 thus far. A good hit there from Tanner Jenkins. Can Riley recover? And he cannot, as Riley Graham is eliminated for his third place in a row.
It looks like it'll be Spencer versus Spencer in this finals game right here.
Spencer versus Spencer's brother.
Shut up, John. You're an idiot.
Well, the match is already underway, and a great hit from Tanner. And it looks like the camera is falling over. Now let's get a replay on that.
Let's see this camera fall. Oh, but saved by Johnny.
Johnny the man has just saved the camera and the league billions of dollars in damages. We're all so proud of Johnny Collier. But you know what else we're proud of? Brahms ice cream. We love Brahms ice cream. It's one of the best dairy stores around, and I hear that the ownership is owned by this guy named Free J, you know, in the local Brahms.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah,
I
Free
don't
J.
know much about him though.
Really, really cool guy. We should, everyone go to Brahms, say hi to Free J for me. That means now we'll be getting into match 4. We're almost. This is after the halfway point of the game, and we're gonna see what happens here in the first round, where we got 6 people and people already moving around the table. Nicholas Helfer with a long hit that's successful, and Matthew Conrad is not able to recover as he just misses the ball entirely. That is his 6th place finish in a row over the course of these 4 matches. That's just 1 point.
That's not good. But let's look on the other end where we have not appreciated Tanner Jenkins' hat trick with 3 victories in 3 rounds.
That's right. Very impressive showing from Tanner Jenkins so far, and right now he's looking to try and get a 4th.
Well, it looks like we have 4 more players who's trying to look to stop that. Do you think one of them will?
I think I got my money on, I was about to say Riley Graham, but he just completely messed everything up. I don't know what he was trying to do there, but I guess he hit it a little bit too low, trying to look down at his paddle and blame that, which we all know it was completely his fault, and he's a dumb idiot for doing that.
He's inspecting his paddle over there like it's broken. It's pretty common when someone gets out on something stupid. Yeah. They always look at the paddle. This is defective.
That's completely true. He's probably a little salty about that loss right there, but he's probably going to bounce back pretty strong, we hope.
But a defective paddle did happen once in 42, all the way back in 42 when the paddle exploded and killed the user.
The tragedy of 42. Everyone remembers that. Over here at the booth. Man,
that was week 3, game 4, and that was Jonathan McDougall who blew up when he hit the ball and his paddle exploded.
Well, rest in peace, Jonathan McDougall. We miss him more every day.
I don't really miss him too much.
Well, that's your opinion. And Tanner Jenkins there with a great hit.
And no recovery.
And almost got it back onto the table, but Johnny Collier's out of here. And that's the 2nd time in a row that he's not going to make it into the top 3. As now Nicholas Hulford joins Spencer Dominguez as his first top 3 appearance. The only person thus far who has not made it is Matthew Conrad of the Bethany Herons.
Mr. Halford looking to take a victory home after he's put up some pretty low points so far in this game.
Yeah, but it does not look like it's going to work out for him as he Fergie specials and forgets that it's his turn. So Nicholas Halford will get a 3rd place spot here, and now it's Spencer Dominguez versus Tanner Jenkins, a rematch of match 3.
And that was a serve 1 on Tanner Jenkins right there.
A deep hit, and
No recovery.
Already over. Tanner Jenkins is just a monster
Beat.
right now. So it's the end of match 4, and the top 2 are still held, unsurprisingly, by the ranked players of this game. Highlander Tanner Jenkins extends his lead to a perfect 20 points as Johnny Collier slows down after back-to-back 4th place finishes, increasing to just 12.
Spencer Dominguez of the Beaverton Ballers had a great turnaround, coming second in both matches 3 and 4 to increase his point total to 11, just 1 point behind the 7th-ranked player Johnny.
Riley Graham of Aloha moves down to 4th with 10 points, but the bottom 2 remain the same. Rose City Wreckers' Nicholas Halford is in 5th with 6 points.
And then that's Matthew Conrad in last place with just 1 point across 4 matches after 3 straight 6 places.
It looks like while we were finishing that up, we already have an elimination. Riley Graham, who after 3 in a row of top 3 appearances and then a 5th place, just got out first. That's not great news for the latter end of this match.
No, it is not. I'm going to have to agree with you.
Matthew
Conrad.
He tried to do a little bit of a spike there, and as we were saying earlier, the spikes don't really have a really good success rate for the players who try to use them.
Well, it's not a 6th place for him.
That's right. Anything's better than 6th place. And Johnny Collier is out again. That's his 3rd straight 4th place. That is not good.
We haven't even got a game going yet, or a match going right now. We're just going to get an out on first hits.
The question is just, who can stop Tanner Jenkins? He's won 4 straight. I mean, he might take this all the way and score a perfect 30.
Yeah, if someone were to do that, he's one of the candidates up there. He's played very well all throughout the year, and it looks like he's going for it right now.
And right there, Nicholas Halford just got out. Spencer Dominguez is just feeding Tanner Jenkins really easy serves, and that's just killing him. And that's going to be serve 1 on Spencer Dominguez. I don't know why he's giving him these easy hits. This is
I don't think he understands the what he's doing. I think he's got a little bit of silly brain going on, maybe a little stupid, maybe just doesn't understand basic physics.
Well, it looks like he might not be as stupid as we think, because he just won against Tanner Jenkins. He just ended Tanner Jenkins' 4-game streak and takes the match victory for the Beaverton Ballers.
You know who else gets victories? Vanaheim's Trader Association.
That's completely correct. I mean, I can't think of a company that just receives more W's, eats W's on the daily, than Vanaheim Traders Association.
Now, what exactly does Vanaheim Trader Association do, John?
Well, they're from Vanaheim, and they trade and associate with other companies.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Looks like we're going to be starting up the final match here, serving as the Aloha Gladiators, Riley Graham.
Spin right there.
We're already starting to move around with an even number of people. You don't see that too often.
And was that Tanner Jenkins getting out first?
That is Tanner Jenkins getting out. Let's take a look at the replay. And that's just, he sent it over the table, and that's so much for 30 points. That is 0 points for match 6 right there.
Wow, that just puts a dent in that. I mean, you can't put a dent with 4 wins, but that's not the outcome he was looking for in his last match.
That's certainly correct. That he did not want that. That's for certain. Matthew Conrad got a little bit of a lucky hit there, as Spencer Dominguez wasn't ready for it to bounce off the table that way, but he survived, and now.
And Matthew Conrad sends that over with a 5th place.
And that he got out the exact same spot and in the exact same way as Tanner Jenkins, just sending it right over the side of the table. The side of the table can be really dangerous.
That's going to be a total of a 3-point game for Matthew Conrad with 3 6th places and 3 5th places. What do you think of that, John?
Well, it's certainly not good, but now we got our final 4 here. Nicholas Halford, this is really his last chance to really increase that point total for his team. And everyone here, now that Tanner Jenkins is out, now they're all trying to get a match victory. And it looks like Nicholas Halford sends it over the table just like the guys before him did. And that is an out for Nicholas Halford. That's his 2nd, 4th place of the match.
I think there's a short side table issue. I think when that's three sendovers on the short side of the table. What are you thinking of that?
I think people just aren't experienced enough. They don't really know how to. I guess they must overestimate the. Or they overestimate the length or the width of the table there, and they just send it right over. which means our final three is Riley Graham. He's back into the final three. Spencer Dominguez as well, and Johnny Collier.
Johnny's back after 3 fourth places, bumping up a spot. Now he's in third.
A great hit there from Riley Graham, but Spencer Dominguez is able to recover. Looks like Johnny Collier is just playing a little conservatively here. He's just trying to increase his point total after the drop in performance.
Looks like we had a good hit right there from Riley Graham, but that was far behind. Again, Riley Graham to hit. Spencer Dominguez tries to put some spin on the ball. It doesn't look like it works out. We're just basic game right here. We're not really taking any shots so far.
Yeah, but everyone's forcing each other to play on the short side of the table, so it's only so long until someone messes up.
Absolutely. Probably going to send it over just like the first 3 outs in this game.
Spencer Dominguez doing some Istuk style spins on those balls.
We're back to the long side of the table. And just like that, back to the short side.
Everyone's just daring each other. We're getting a lot of movement here. A little bit of a
shot.
shift in direction. Johnny Collier's running over, but Spencer Dominguez is not able to do it. And that's a third place for him. He was trying to hit it over there quickly, obviously, to try and get Johnny out. But Johnny survives, which means the championship match is now Riley Graham and 7th ranked player Johnny Collier.
And just like that, 4 people send it over the short side of the table to get themselves out this match.
Let's see. It looks like Johnny's trying to use up some of his free serves to maybe score a lucky hit and just get Riley out without really actually having to fight him.
That's 2. I'm sure he's going to go conservative on this next one.
That's right. That's normally how the servers do it. And there's the conservative hit. Ball's live. Oh, right off the corner,
that's
but
a good save.
Johnny's able to save it.
Good bounce right there, and a good save again by Johnny.
Riley's really making a move here. It looks like he's in control of the match thus far.
Again, sending it around the table. Riley Graham seems calm and poised so far. But it looks like Johnny's gathered his feet.
And Riley Graham tried to do a spike there, but for the third one this match, it just didn't work out for the person who tried it, hit the side. And Johnny Collier is 1 match 6.
I think it's actually our 4th, because that's actually how Tanner Jenkins got out on his 2nd place game. Tried to spike and got himself out.
Well, at the end of the 2nd game of week 2, let's take a look at those final standings.
At the bottom is Heron's Matthew Conrad, who tripled his points over the last 2 matches, but it wasn't enough to climb out of last place. He scores 3 for Bethany.
Nicholas Hulford of the Wreckers retained his placement as well, scoring 11 points for Rose City on 2 eliminations.
Riley Graham of the Gladiators stayed in 4th place, scoring 14 points for a low on 3 eliminations.
7th ranked player Johnny Collier moves down a spot into 3rd after being in 2nd for the first 4 matches, scoring 19 points on 3 eliminations and 2 regicides. He's lucky he even tied in points, finally winning a match in match 6, which brought a huge boost to his points at the end.
That's true, but Spencer Dominguez had quite the second half as he creeps into 2nd place with 19 points on 5 eliminations and 2 regicides. A match win in match 5 and 3rd in match 6 was a great finish for him.
That leaves the winner of this game, 9th ranked player Tanner Jenkins, who scored 24 points on a new league single game record 17 eliminations and a league single game 2nd place record 5 regicides. A monster statistical performance that really should have been better points wise, as he won 4 matches in a row, came 2nd in match 5, and then was the first eliminated in match 6. Even with the one last place, Tanner Jenkins has won game 2 for the Hillsborough Highlanders.
That'll do it from the booth. He's Joe Adams, and I'm John Smith, and we'll see you in game 3. Balzac.